everyone, and welcome. If you want to up your acrylic skin game and making acrylic skin jewelry, then this is the video for you. So I've got several acrylic skins here. They're pieces of skins. They are not particularly beautiful skins, but that doesn't mean we can't use them to make jewelry or crafts. So I'm going to show you something you can do to make them desirable, and it's great for making gifts or to sell. I'm moving my cabochon around just to see if there's any good places. You know, the cabochon kind of magnifies the skin, so you can see if there's a really good area to make your jewelry piece. But if there's not a lot of great areas, what can you do? Let me show you something that you can do to really zhuzh up your skin. Now, this still involves your cabochons and your trays, whether for bracelets or earrings or necklaces or whatever you're making. So this is just a kit for a necklace. I'm going to be making a pendant today, and I've got some round cabochons, which are the glass pieces that go over the tray, and I also have this square one, which is for a bracelet. I actually love the square ones because they really magnify whatever you're putting on them. And what we're going to be magnifying today is embellishments made from these. These are nail art stencils, so they may look very familiar to some of you. And they come in so many varieties and designs these days, and they're really fun to work with. So you may even have some around your house already. If not, you can order them from Amazon. I will put a link below. And here are some great ones. These are letters. The others were butterflies, and these are letters, and they have lots of detail on them, so they're a little bit difficult to work with, but still they make a dramatic difference. And all you need is regular nail polish. I shouldn't say regular nail polish. You need stamping nail polish. And this particular one is from Queen. This is a rocking metallic gold. It works pretty well. So you really do need stamping nail polishes. You can use UV light nail polishes. If you've got a good one, you can. And there are some tools of the trade that you see here. These are all stampers. That's a very old stamper, by the way, from about 20 years ago. But these, this is Conads. This is one of the first ones that I remember for stamping. And this is an old Zelling Hansen one. And the color foil, that was supposed to be gold. It wasn't really very gold. But they all work, but not all nail polishes will work. So do be aware of that. So if you're used to doing this, you probably have some nail polish that already works. If you're not, you do need to find some nail polish that's appropriate for stamping. Now I'm just applying the polish to the stencil, the entire butterfly in this case, because the polish is sort of thin in my opinion. So I'm just going to go over it. Okay, we're ready to go and just stamp it on. Roll it, and there is the stamp of the butterfly, and then we can just apply it to the skin. It really does a pretty good job. As long as your skins are flat and they're not bumpy, as you can see here, these are not as perfect on the more bumpy skins, but on the smoother skins, you can really see the image, and it's very clear. You can see a chrome one up here that I've been working on. I've just kind of stamped in different places to see how these colors work. I don't have every color of stamping nail polish. I mainly just have metallics. But let's try another one with our letters here. Now I know the letters can definitely be fussier. They're not as easy, but what a great way to personalize a pendant or a bracelet or a brooch or whatever. If you've not seen my other videos on how to make skins or how to make the pendants, I am going to be doing one at the end if you want to stay tuned for that, and I will show you how I go about doing it. Now I'm using the black here on this B, and this is the Conad, which is the old school stamping polish here. And I'm going to go ahead and grab my stamp piece. Let's see right here. I don't know what this thing is actually called. It's a stamper, and you can see, and they're backwards, the letters are, so you have to kind of be careful. And you can see the B right there. You can see the C beside of it. The B, the black, you can use as a background actually, and then you can stamp the gold over the top of it. That's another way you can do it, so you can get different effects. And to do the overstamping, then you sort of need the little clear piece here, this like this right here, so that you can see where you're stamping, and you make sure that you're stamping back over the letter. If you don't do that, then you won't be able to see what you're doing, and you probably won't line it up very well. You also have to make sure that all of your plates are clean. So I'm cleaning it with alcohol actually in between, or you can use fingernail polish remover, of course. So I'm going to go ahead and do an overstamp here with this. I'm just going to pull this off. I need to make sure that it's cleaned off. Sometimes through the edge they're kind of hard to do, and then you just use the clear piece, and I'm sure it has a name. I don't know what it is. I am not a nail person. And then you can just go over the top of the black, as you see here. It's not most perfect there, working with the camera, but that is going to make a great pendant there. And there you can see if you do the black over the top of the gold, then you have another effect. So you have all kinds of effects that you can try and you can experiment with. Now, this is my white skin here, and you kind of see I did some experimentation with this, and I'm going to show you this is paint. This is nail polish. So that is the difference. Yes, you can use acrylic paint for this. Not pour paint, but regular acrylic paint. Some colors will work better than others, but if it is an opaque paint, then yes, you can use it. It just is a little bit more, it's not as clear. It's a little more smeared. So that's nail polish, close up, and these are paint. So you just get a different effect, and it's not as clear. It's kind of more muddied a little bit. But you can still do it. And you can also use your UV nail polish. This one was done with UV. Just make sure that you cure it or it will smear. You'll have to cure it with a UV light in order to do it. But you can see you can do lots of designs, and you can embellish your skins. And these are really cool. These are kind of mandalas, and they're really neat too. So it's a lot of things that you can do with this. Now let me come back to my skin again here, and I'm going to do one. This is the one I'm going to be making into a pendant, and I'm using my chrome nail polish here. I like this one. This was an old one. I don't even know if this is available. I've had this thing for years, and even my daughter loves it. When she started doing her nails, she's like, I love this chrome polish from Sally Hansen. And it works pretty well in these stampers. Now I'm just going to go ahead and clear it off. This is going to be an M, and I'm going to stamp it, get it on the back of my stamper, and then apply it to my skin. If I can find a good place to put it on my skin, maybe turn it around here and find a good clear place. And there it is. You can see it. And let's look at that. Looks good. I'm going to go ahead and put my cabochon over the top. That's the glass piece. And you can really see it. Yeah, I like this one. Okay, so this is how we're going to make our necklace or our pendant. And here it is up close. You can really see it. It turned out really well. I love the chrome. The chrome really is nice and bright. You can see some other things I was working on. I like to do a lot of experimenting. And here it is. That's going to be a nice pendant. Really cool. So let's get to making our pendant right now. So I'm going to be using my diamond glaze, but this is a different bottle. I just want you to show that's a diamond glaze bottle. I'll put it in the links below. And I'm just applying a little bit of diamond glaze, and then I am putting my cabochon over the top of the skin. You can pre-cut these out. I'll usually just cut around the cabochon, which is what I am showing you today. You can't even stamp them out if you have the right size with stampers, but I just do it the old-fashioned way. Take my surgical scissors and cut around my cabochon. And it just takes a second. This one is getting a little bit brittle, so you kind of have to watch them. You see how it just kind of fell out. Your skins do tend to get brittle over time, especially when there's heat. These went through a move too, so they got a lot of heat. But I'm just going to clip it as close as I can to the edge of the cabochon. And this is not dry. Now, I did not let this dry. You can let it dry and then cut it out. But if you've got any glue that's escaped around the edges, it just makes it harder to clip it up close. Now this is my tray. I chose a silver tray, and I can put a link for the kits down below if you're interested, from Amazon, and you can order straight from that link if you want to. It does support the channel when you do that, and I always put whatever is being used in the video down in the links below. This is my E6000. It's a pretty good glue for working with jewelry. So I use my diamond glaze, and then I'll use my E6000 to attach to the tray because it is stronger. And just like that. Now you can wait, and I do advise you waiting to let it dry. I don't always do that, especially when I'm making a video. It doesn't usually matter that much. And I'm just going to clean it off with some alcohol because I tend to get it on my cabochon, and you don't want that to dry on your cabochon. And there is the pendant. It really is that simple. You can make a bunch of these at one time, and it's so personal. That's an M for me, Miranda. Yeah. I'm going to do one more stamp with my gold polish. I don't know if you can see it, but these are so cute, and I thought you might be interested in this. These are angel's wings. So how pretty are these? What a beautiful pendant this will make. So I'm going to go ahead and give it a stamp, make sure that I get the whole thing. So I'm pressing down so I can get both of them at the same time. And then I will just put that on my skin. And it really matches the gold that's running through this skin. So I think it's going to work pretty nicely. And there we are. How pretty are those? And if I put my cabochon over it, the square one, it really highlights it. There we go, up close. How cute. And you could even put an initial in here. Wouldn't that be awesome just to have both working together? Because you can always combine your nail art pieces. So here we are with some great ideas to embellish your skins. So try this the next time you've got skins that aren't so great. I hope you like this video, and check out these videos for more acrylic skin ideas.